Hello, good evening. Welcome back to more Planet Coaster. Me, Dragonborn McQueen. Let's get rid of that HUD. And pause. I've been busy at work today. Well, busy building, should I say, on this. Yet to add all the cladding, but I have built the station. And what a station it is. Kind of proud of this one. Yeah, I'll let you have a look. So this is the Woody coaster. We'll skip over this roof. And yeah, I've added a bit of greenery around the coaster. So we'll go for a ride. You can check it out. And see what it feels like. And then we've got the inside. Oh, if I can control the camera. Excuse me there. And yeah, this is the interior. Let's spin it round. Apologies for the poor camera work. But yeah, that's the interior. And it's actually called Whisper Stone. And we're going to go for a ride. Oh, and the coaster's had some changes. And yeah, now it's green across the board completely. Yeah, so that's the coaster. We'll try a cinematic view, but I don't think it'll work out that great. But yeah, there's lots of near misses. It's a lot more exciting, a lot higher fear now. It's a much better coaster. We're still not getting the guests. I think it's a new attraction, so oh, I thought it was muted then. Sorry, you heard me having a sip of my drink. Apologies. Yeah, I was going to say that's a great view, looking through the trees. Evening, guy. How you doing? We'll give it one final look. In the back of the train. One final run. Yeah, it's not bad for messing about for a day. Hang on, what we got? Alerts. Pickpocketing. Okay. Jigsaw puzzle 2. Ah. Yuck. I guess there's reported a case of pickpocketing. Well, that's a darn shame. Doesn't seem to be many people queuing for it at the moment, but so yeah, I want to add more foresty bits. So as I was going around, I was like, yeah, you could do with some more up here. Possibly build a platform as well next to this. Evening, Lodge. How are you? I was going to stream a bit of Fortnite. I did go on it earlier, but I just it's just annoying me this season now. Okay. I'm yet to check out the new Blitz stuff though, and I would like to check that out. Alright, I think a little module, a little platform next to the so like an evac platform. We care about our guests' safety. Honest. You have to put some kind of rail along it, or yeah, some sort of handrail to support it. I might be able to, yeah, I've got an idea of how I could do that. So is that big enough, tall enough? Yeah, that's good enough to stick there, like it's supporting that. And this is the railing I want to stick on the path as it comes down, because I think that'd be the best sort of railing to have on the queue and the exit. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, I don't want to do that. Started moving up and down. Let's have a look there. Okay, that's, yeah, that will do. I need to bring that out in a minute, but I'll build the rest of the platform first of all. I might have more supports on it. Levac platform. Just want to extend it out a little bit further so it touches the ground, of course. I want to leave our guests hanging in the air. And then I have an idea of what I can do for the railing. Actually, it leaves a massive step there, so if we bring it up and back in there, yeah, there we go. Doesn't look so. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the aqua pieces. I wonder if there's a piece that I can just stick on the, like a railing that comes down in line with the I mean that I could use. Let's that kind of works. A lot better than then I might want to add some sort of cross-platform on it. I don't know. At the moment I'm just kind of thinking keep it like that. Yeah. And I want to put more nature, bushwork, etc. around the coaster. Ah, ride photos. Yeah, I haven't done it at all. Scenery bonus only 38%. Ride photo. Average, good, best. It annoys me that R1 does not move the ride camera. Yeah, this bit does not move the axis. Yeah, I think that's good. I don't know where to put the ride photos. I guess when you come out, but snap to points. So we yeah, I only want a small ride photo booth. I'll make it out of wood on the exit. I still haven't sorted out the one from my other coaster. the other ride photo place. I really must do that. But connect ride, well, at the moment I'm just working out placement. Will that improve the ride's appeal? No, scenery bonus still only 38%. Even though it races through a forest, and I would think that was really cool if I was on that coaster, but evidently not. Yeah, I need a token. I need to also wall this off because I've got a massive quarry ravine that's really dangerous, and slight issue there. And that needs finishing off the toilet block, because at the moment it's just a dull toilet block. But this needs wood more than anything, like a wooden walkway. And that needs a wooden walkway coming off it. I might put more trees over this side as well, once I've got the wooden walkway in and stuff. Sort of put a canopy around it. Yeah, it's beginning to come together. It's just adding all those little bits that I've got to add. I don't know where to go. Still got to finish this area because there's lots of blank areas. That needs theming up. This needs finishing here. I don't know what to add here. I might just blend the forest bit with the other one. So presumably if you go on Bloodhowl, at some point you would see the other coaster, possibly. Oh, a pigeon's just landed in the station. And it just flew through a wall. Come on, are we going? Obviously not. Yeah, let's see if we can see the other coaster. There's no one on this train. No, there's no one on it at all. That's great. Which means the the road photos in the information booth will have an empty car now. That's really going to sell my rides to guests, isn't it? Oh, I can actually put the other one. Just thought. Yeah, look. Empty carriages. So now, change image. I've muted audio. Thank you.
Villa Vapes.
Yeah, I said the other night, boy, can we get the other shields off her? We've got the one on the back, similar to that, but that one's really cool with those symbols on, and that one with the wolf on. I really like on her chest. That design is really nice. Right, so we've got tons of work to do. There's still green sort of empty areas, but now doing this has sort of given me an idea, because a lot of it is just full with greenery, and there are some bits I saw, like, where was it, here kind of thing, could do with some more work up here and around here. But yeah, the two coasters, they practically touch, don't they? They're quite close by. Of course, this being a really high drop, it's going to need some kind of protection, but I still want that kind of pub type thing with a viewing platform overlooking the coaster. Here might be an idea, because I've got quite a bit of room to play with. A Viking pub. Let's get back over here and do what we actually need to be filling up. Oh, and this is all the bits from building that earlier. All the build pieces. And that's about 840 pieces, so if I delete that, I probably would free up a bit of space and that, really. I was just wondering if he was actually flying around. That member there, if I can speak, that might be an idea, to put some more ravens flying around in the around the woody. And say the trees move as they sway. Putting ravens might be a good idea, but Bloodhound is in poor condition. Refurbish. We probably need a second mechanic now. Given the size of the park now. I like to give them work zones to work in. Yeah, I just want to make that a simple little wooden building where they're buying ride photos from. Right, but if they need a toilet and they're desperate, if they don't go into that toilet, I'm going to be really annoyed with them. I was just about to say they're going to walk right past. No, they did go. Are they coming to sit down? I say you're all looking a bit stuck, so move you out of the way. Yeah, we're at a staggering 33% at the moment, which is nothing. It definitely needs more clutter. These buildings need more work. We need a lot more protection as well from roller coasters that are going to throw, you know, that you fall into a pit with. Oh, hang on. There's a major issue. Oh. Has been refurbished. Good. So yeah, it's going to be adding all those little bits in, like natural bits. So what I might do what these kind of like a poppy look, really. That doesn't look right at all. No, that's actually a bit better. Any of the flowers we can add just to make it look a bit more appealing. Yeah, that's better. I mean, it moves all the way along there. It's moving constantly, isn't it? Yeah, the sceneries. If that makes any sense, it's all undulating. That was the word I was looking for. No Fortnite tonight. Why? Do you want me to play Fortnite? I still haven't checked out the new Blitz mode, actually. I could do this for another 10 minutes and then switch to Fortnite. If chat wants me to switch games, it just means I'll have to end the stream and you'll have to come back. I really don't mind. I was playing it earlier and it was annoying me a little bit, but I still haven't checked out the new Blitz map, so... But yeah, I haven't played for a little while this season. Now. It's just beast mode's annoying me really. Anyway, how are you? How are you doing, Ashley? Finally added plants. Yeah, I'm adding plants there. You haven't seen... You weren't here earlier. Yeah, this is the wooden coaster. Still haven't done the walkways down. And I added this tonight, a little ride booth. But here's the station. Which I spent all day working on. Or building, should I say. And I'll show you it inside as well. Yeah, I'll show you an on-ride POV. We'll quickly do that. It's called Whisperstone. Yeah, we're doing on-ride POV now. Yeah, so that's what it looks like now. It's got that running through the forest thing that I wanted to do. But it still needs a bit more work to push it to the next level. Yeah, at least it doesn't make you feel sick like the spinning coaster. I'm thinking about adding more moss around the station as well. And still more trees and more things. I don't want to overdo it with the trees because although that's part of the excitement, sort of rushing through the trees in the wooden coaster and not knowing what's coming next because the trees are blocking the path. But I might put the odd Viking statue or something on the trail. And then the some lighting as well. There definitely needs to be bits along this side of the quarry. Yeah, I'm quite proud of it so far. It's quite good. And I also need what's the word? I need barriers to stop you coming down into the forest or the quarry. This is a steep drop. Why would you queue up for a roller coaster when you need the loo? These are the questions. Oh, hang on. Well, they should be able to come in. Are they getting to come on this coaster? Let's have a look. Why are they only filling up the top? The front coaster is only filling up. What? Maybe fences and trees all around it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna. I was gonna build the pub overlooking it with an overlooking platform to look over the coasters. Well, I say pub, drinks. It'll be a drinks dispensing area, but I'll try and make it look Viking pub like, and with a place where you can sit, guests can sit and just look over the quarry. But the rest of it, then I'm going to fence off. I don't know what I want to use. Where is it? Fencing wise, I want to use. This, where's the wooden fence? See, you've got a lot of control with this fence, but it's got no way of looking through it. Was this fence? Yeah. And I need to make this all wooden underneath. But that would look. And it's nice fencing. And then you can see the forest and the trees through it. I have added one of the famous ravens into it as well. But I was going to add more ravens just so you've got a bit more scenery. I mean, that's looking good so far. I mean, that's what I'm going for. And then obviously have a wooden platform underneath as well. And it will look quite nice. You know, rather than this flat path thing, I'm going to make it solid, if that makes any sense. So it feels like a wooden structure, and you can see the forest all around you. So here I was going to say, how is it going to, how am I going to get the angle correct? Not like that, I'm not going to do it, but, and wherever it crosses over, I'm going to have to, what are you doing now, game? Man, what are you doing? I am trying to work here, thank you. Yeah, look, it crosses over, so I don't know. There might be able to be, there might be something I can do with it, I don't know. But yeah, that's the idea. Give it a nice fence, and that way as you're walking up, why is that floating, but from above it's not floating? No, when you look at it from below, major float, above no float, major that's quite irritating. Can we have the fences staying in one position, please? Actually, if we're down below, does that mean all the guests are floating as well? Yeah, the guests are floating, so that's an error. We're walking in the air. Yeah, they are walking in the air. They are doing a snowman special. Well, that's something Frontier need to address. Or that's something you could use to your advantage. Hang on. Since I now can't look at that from side on, it's going to make it quite awkward to actually plan the path and make sure it is it's kind of like I'm not even working with this path. And it's like this path doesn't even exist almost. See, this path is a definite solid path with this bit underneath, which I am going to need to cover up. In which case it might be easier to work on this side first rather than this side. Once I get this done, I can just slide it across, hopefully, apart from on the corners. Hang on, family, there's only her and him. There's two kids just wandering about my park with no adult supervision. What is going on, Planet Coaster? Seriously. I had a kid that was in a family group earlier and she was just on her own. I'm like, what? What's going on there? What I think is happening, when I save the game, they're adults, and then when it loads it up again, it just randomizes what they are. And evidently it randomizes children. They probably live local. Their mum's quite alright with them going to a theme park all by themselves. There's lots of strange people. Now, if anyone comes up to you children offering you candy, just go and tell someone who works at the park. If it's someone that works in the park, run. Not very responsible parenting, really. Yeah, see, it's so annoying because you move it at a slight angle, and suddenly I might be better off working from this side and then working out the underside on this pit and adding the same on that side. Perhaps big solid wood pieces might be good. Does that make sense? I'm thinking like log pieces. Because then I could just place them next to each other and move them up and down to the adjusted height, and yeah. Now we know that the path is a lie. They have actually invented invisible. They have added invisible path, so you can just put it on stuff, like over things that are in the... I do apologise for all the bang in the background. I was thinking about having a quick break while it dies down in here. Yeah, like invisible path. So what that does, that allows you to put it on scenery and things, like over scenery you've built. So you can have texture, say, of anything really. So you can have this sort of texture, and that's the actual path. It just opens things up immeasurably, because the invisible path won't show up, and then you have that texture. As long as it's, you know, the guest's feet don't clip through it, it looks it'll look right, hopefully. But yeah, that's interesting to know. I'm kind of screwed building this path then for here, because at different angles it's at different heights, which means attaching anything to it is incredibly hard. But also right, I'm going to stick with that. This, I think, is sticking over the edge, yeah, a little bit. So if we angle it, late response, but I've been okay. Happy now work is... Oh, you have tomorrow off. Well, that's good actually. I'm back at work tomorrow, so but I'm not there at the weekend. I only do Mondays and Fridays at the moment because I live in a seaside town, so work is limited in my area, unfortunately. Okay, that looks wrong. And it looks... yeah. I say it looks like it's falling over. Yeah, it's not exactly great, is it? But once I get a base underneath, it doesn't look very stable, does it, for a barrier? You'd want something very stable, not something rickety and dangerous. If you put your hand on it, it feels like it's just going to give way and you're going to fall into onto the rocks below. But there we go. They'll be fine. I'm more worried about these kids that have just been abandoned by their parents. I think they need the loo. Oh, they desperately need the loo. They feel sick and they want to buy souvenirs. I'll do you a favour, kids. I put you next to a toilet. Where are they headed? Where are you heading? Wandering. Why are you wandering, kids? I cannot move them. It realised that they're... yeah. Now the adults have come along. So that must be where they agreed to meet then. Yeah, everyone's dying for the loo. You were being irresponsible, you parents. Toilet cubicles 4. Yeah, head to the... So me picking them up and moving them away from their parents was not a good idea. Yeah, I'm going to check if the coaster is still just filling up at the front. It is. Right, closed. Yeah. Right, let's see if you actually load up correctly this time. Still so many problems with this game. But I'm hoping they fix them all. See, when Planet Coaster came out on for PlayStation, it was fixed because it'd been out on PC for so long before it hit the console. It came out on PS4. Whereas this time, we're getting all the problems. Okay. Front 2 cars filled up. Mist and fog. If you want to make it look haunted, yeah, I can. I've added mist. Do you not see the mist in the bottom of the valley? Look, there's a mist there. So I can add some more. It's just like it's being given off the trees in the morning sunshine. Right, I am going to see if this coaster... yeah, so you can... yeah, so you can add mist emitters. Make it feel a bit more haunted, I suppose. Spiritual. Like Spirits of the Forest. I mean like super foggy. No, hold on. I want to see if it's still having problems. We've got sunny, clear, cloudy, light rain, heavy rain, windy. No. So you can't actually turn on foggy weather. Probably due to performance issues the game might have. Right, so if you come in, I want to see if the coaster actually fills up beyond the first carriage. We've only got 3 people at the front. Yeah, come on. Yeah, that's looking better. It's probably because I've got such a short wait time on it. Let me adjust the wait time. I think my wait times are super. Yeah, minimum wait time 30 seconds. Probably need to up that to, no, not 306 seconds, 60 seconds. Maximum wait time, we'll go 95. And I'm sending quarter loads. Perhaps we should send it as half load. That might be the reason why we're getting tiny. I guess it's reported a case of pickpocketing. Yeah. What? Oh. So do all those guests not get to ride because we've got to change over the attendant? Do I need another ride attendant? I'm guessing so. I guess it's reported another case of pickpocketing. Well, good. I guess there's been a pickpocket has been caught by security. Right, this is what I wanted to check out. Oh. Staff. Someone's on fair pay. A ride attendant, we want to give them high pay. High pay, high pay. Security. High pay. Is there no one actually coming to get on the coaster? Nope. I guess there's reported a case of pickpocketing. Well, I'm not surprised. I need a lot more security cameras, etc, etc. Although I don't know how to put security cameras that are going to look like Viking security cameras. Yeah, I was trying to add more greenery and scenery here before I got interrupted by all the pickpocketing and coaster problems. Yeah, there's no one actually. This is super annoying me. This queue problem.
Dog.
Yeah, that's really annoying. So my son came in to ask if the cats were in. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. That's really annoying, this, because I lined it up with the path. So the path isn't even flat when you... I don't know. Because now it's all sort of higgledy-piggledy at angles and all over the place. Yeah. Depending on what angle I look at it from, it seems to be a different story each time. What might be an idea is I've had a cunning plan. I think I'm going to have to concede and use the rails that are in the game already, which annoys me because, but this path is just, no, do not destroy that, thank you. It's just so awkward to do anything with this path. Right, okay. No, we want wood, and we're going to put rails on. Polished wood rail. We need a wooden rail. Metal park rail. Well, I suppose I could have metal park rail. Does it have a colour? Painted metal railing. Yeah. I don't think it looked bad if you had a camera to stop the thieves. The Thieves Guild that strike it. Yeah. I suppose we could. So I'm going to add supports, path foundations, curbs. Yeah. As much as everyone, a lot of people in Planet Coaster like, I hate curbs. People that create Planet Coaster. I would say one thing in favour for curbs, and that is, oh, this isn't the queue. This is the queue. Yeah. Yeah, that's much better. Before anyone says anything about these, this is exactly like the pathing you get in, I don't know whether I like them being so close together. the supports don't feel right. You would have one out here and they wouldn't be so close together, but I think it's not a bad trade-off for actually getting a decent queue. Right, let's add rails. Painted metal rail. Supports, path foundation, everything. I'm guessing path foundation is that bit underneath, so you can turn that off, so you can just have it flat. But given the nature of this, no, nope, nope. It's been far too. Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah, that's much better. Although these concrete pillars, I could take them out and just put wooden pillars underneath, and then I could space them out. I could have a bit more control over them. Yeah, I could take the supports off, but I could keep the concrete and everything underneath. Because when I went travelling in botanical gardens, where you'd be walking out over canopies and stuff, they'd have walkways like this, which were wood with a, a supporting foundation and railings like this. That's why I went for this kind of look, because it would feel most realistic. Or they would have clear plexiglass in between metal. So yeah, that does feel. Yeah, the only thing is I might want to turn because I don't like that. The supports being all like next to each other just doesn't look right. And then not having one here, you would definitely have one in the corner, because otherwise it would just people walking over it, and it would just eventually break. I mean, the concrete would probably hold it together, but yeah, it just doesn't look right. And from a design perspective or an engineering perspective, it wouldn't look like that. So path supports off. So now yeah, path supports off. And we'll add our own supports. We'll have a bit more control over it. Although I can't think. I mean, it doesn't look very Viking-y, but we can add Viking pole lampposts with lights on to elevate it to that Viking look. I mean, I could have a wooden pole. That's a metal pole. Rail, sorry. Let me have a look. Yeah, that's on. See, I could. But the wood railing, I don't think the wood railing looks as good as the. Oh, I don't know. That's not too bad at all. Do you want vertical or which looks better? Vertical or horizontal? Oh, flame torches, yeah. Kind of like an Ewok walkway. Which do we want, vertical or horizontal? So I kind of think the metal one looks better, but the wooden rail on the top looks much nicer. I don't know. Yeah, I think the metal works better. And metal would be a much more sensible material to be using in this situation. But yeah, we could add flaming torches to sort of Viking flame torches. I do like that. That kind of looks like an eye at the end there. And I wanted that nice sunlight coming through the canopy type look. We're nearly at night time, aren't we? What time is it? Oh, it's paused. 3:33, so yeah, it's getting towards evening. If I have flaming torches, I could have a little wooden hut here selling photos, but I don't know how to, what to call a photo booth in Viking, and keep it within the Viking lore and everything. Yeah, I am proud of that. That station's pretty awesome. I think this alone, a window. Let me have a look. Over here, it's about 130 odd pieces just for the window. $150 there, just for one window. So you think how many windows I've got in there? That's probably why it's at 2,249 pieces just for one little station, because of the windows. Anyway, guess, am I getting guests filling up this coaster or not? Yeah, I think I definitely need torches, and I probably need a walkway bit that's covered, just so there's part of the queue covering, but you know, with like a canopy over the top. That feels quite nice. That's what I'm thinking of. Also, having those horns on it really get in the way when you're riding. This isn't too bad, but these, you know, when you're look. See, the top of the shield's not too bad, but attach scenery, add objects. I was going to have a quick break as well, so yeah, no worries, I'll catch you in a minute. I'm going to have a quick let's just grab that. Oh, TV wants to turn off as well. Please select OK to keep the TV. So now if I delete that, yeah, it should now be missing off all trains. But then, okay, if I adjust that, will it adjust it on all trains? Oh, I'm glad that they've sorted out early on with the when you turned it to world access. Yeah, that looks like it's connected to the front. When you turned it to world access on a coaster, it used to point to the world access on the general world, whereas if you do world access, it's like the building access, like in a building. for example, let's grab that and say we're going to move it. See, on world access it's still in line with the building, whereas on the coasters it used to just like be pointing at an angle, and they've changed it so it's actually perpendicular, you know, like the coaster is. World access actually points to the front, left, right and back, which is much nicer. That's a little quality of life improvement that they haven't even probably mentioned in their patch notes, but it has been done. So it gives me hope for other little problems that I'm noticing being sorted out eventually. But yeah, I'll set this in motion. I'll have a quick 5 minutes and then I'll come back and we'll continue working on this. One of the buildings, perhaps the area over by the edge of the world. I sort of want to start building it all up, the whole area now, and bringing it all together and finishing off the little patches and that, because I'm putting down main ideas really, and not, I want to now make it all cohesive. And hello, yeah, are we going coaster? Oh, it's going to wait a lot longer because I changed the times, didn't I? Oh, we've got some guests coming down. And more guests coming down. Good. Alright, I'll be back shortly. Give me 5 minutes and then we'll continue building in Planet Coaster 2. No one's getting on the coaster. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll add... People have been pickpocketed. Yeah. I think we need to add cameras. Pickpocketing seems to be a major issue. I mean, I could turn crime off, but I kind of don't want to. I want that sort of challenge element. So they're the things I need to address, really. But I'm gonna add. Yeah. The Viking lamppost with a nice flaming torch on it. Just so there's some... I mean, we could change the colour of the flames to like a blue flame to make it seem more mystical. I could just use that, but that... I mean, that's all right. But considering I'm just going to be attaching it to the curbs along here, probably every sort of 2 or something. I need the ride sign here. Right, let's no, not that. I mean, it looks quite nice, but it's not. It's just 2 objects. I could probably make that a bit more interesting. Yeah, I was thinking about canopy. I may just add more trees around it, around the walkway. So you've got the shade of trees as you walk down. Yeah, since I changed those settings. Okay, thank you, game. Yeah, look, now I've stuck them 2 together. What I might do is have them on alternate sides. Yeah, that doesn't feel... Yeah, that's better. I don't want it too low. See, I could do like a blue flame. No, I'll stick with traditional flame colour. Yeah, it's beginning to get there. One on the corner. And I think adding more trees around it will let's see if I can add, like, make a Viking looking, like a security camera with a Viking-esque theme. Yeah, it's not quite in the right place. Goes down quite steep, doesn't it? It's quite a steep look. It's quite a steep walkway, sorry. But yeah, the reason I want the curbs is if you were a visually impaired person walking down here, you'd the curbs would actually help you stay within the pathway. Although some people may argue that someone who's visually impaired may not ride a roller coaster, but we don't discriminate in our parks. Anyone can ride. Hence why it's I try not to put any steps in as well, so it's access for everyone. I could put a priority. I put a priority pass on the other coaster, but I didn't put a priority pass on this coaster. Tedious work, but somebody's got to do it. That's about right. Pickpockets are being caught by security, so that's a good thing. But we could definitely put some cameras in certain places. This is going to cause me problems. How am I going to... Yeah, I might just do that and put one here at the opposite end. And then go to and on the opposite side. Well, adding this lighting seems to be attracting guests, so it's working. They're all chatting away as well as they come down here. I don't know what they're saying, so I don't speak Planko. Might be an idea to add exterior lighting as well on the actual station. Yeah, I'm well aware that many guests are reported pickpocketing. It definitely needs some sort of like entrance, exit signs as well. More trees around this side. A barrier around the other side. Oh, and I need to fix the camera into place. Because at the moment it's just a floating camera. Is it added more to the scenery? Yeah, scenery bonus 39% now. I think I'm going to start. Yeah, because this path was so jank, I've had to stick with the in-game supports. Once this is all added in, no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do this. Yeah. It sounds like the ride photos are selling well, even though there's no screens showing what they're actually purchasing, but the guests are quite happy to purchase ride photos.
أنا في مكان كنت تبغى
أتيس ملومة مام
Yeah, it's definitely looking a bit better now. Sorry, I just caught the microphone there. Yeah, at least they've got a bit of lighting. Nobody's going to fall over. And I've got the curbs and everything else. I'm just going to add some trees now, I think. Add some more. I've got that on. I don't want that on. I think I'm going to stick to medium trees. Now that's actually interfering with the walkway. I don't want it sticking through the walkway. And I don't want it interfering with the ride area either. Ponderosa pines are what I've been using mainly, and Scots pines. I agree, mate. I had one of them till it bit me. Yeah, that's real good, isn't it? Having branches sticking right next to the... Would the guests walk underneath that? If the guests walk underneath that, I might keep that. They do, kind of. What I might do... Yeah, I'm getting that canopy look that I wanted. You walk down into... Let me just have a look. Let's go into first person. Now we can see what it looks like to a guest. After all, that's the... So if I put more trees along the side... That's what I was kind of worried about. Well, that's not too bad. A little bit of... Oh, you just go underneath that. That's alright then. No train in station. I'm well aware there's no train in the station. Does that mean I can't get on it because there's no train in the station? Oh, I can actually go in the station though. Where's the Scots Pines? Scots Pine. Small. See, I don't want too many in front of the station because then I'll be hiding the details of the station. And that's station detail. Yeah. It's too good to hide. Oh, these random trees up here, I want to delete them. Because they're ones that the game put in. They're nothing to do with my build. Proper night ride now. Oh, not quite sunset. The sun is still in the air. Just probably on the horizon behind the mountain somewhere. No, I wanted to grab the coaster, thank you. I got rid of the horns on the coaster. Anyone getting on? See, I am thinking about covering up that boost bit and making it wood as well. At least up to the glass. Just put some wood planks in it. Are there any guests on it? Oh yeah. See what it looks like at night, quickly. I think security cameras are the next thing we're going to have to address because the amount of pickpockets we're getting.
Te oe nube carbani. Hemos roto un montón.
Allora TD.
Allora adesso.
Yes, I did. I'm chatting away. I was saying when I... Yeah, I did mute myself. I muted myself during the coaster and then I've been chatting ever since and not realised that I'm muted. I'm unmuted. Duh. Senile dementia, that's what it is. I was saying I feel your pain. When I had a dog, when we had Mason, he never used to go in his bed. But he was a German Shepherd. He could open doors and things. So, excuse me, I'm just going to go and turn a light on because it's quite dark in here. Yeah, he never slept in his bed. He'd come and sleep on the sofa or follow us to bed, or you know, he was. So I do feel your pain, and of trying to get a dog to sleep in a bed. But at least he's using it, unlike my dog who never used his bed. In fact, I think it got to the point where we gave up in the end We just say, oh, alright, whatever. I need to know, what is the time? It's nearly... There's a good selection of wood colours to play with. Oh yeah, let's go. So I can't really tell what's happening. Let's let's go fix sun for now, just so I can tell what's yeah, I was saying those kids were really brave for going on this coast. I was looking at the drop and everything, and the speed being up to 65 miles per hour. I don't think I'd have gone on a coast like that when I was a kid. In fact, I can tell you what roller coasters did to me when I was younger. The first ever time I swore in front of my dad was on a roller coaster. When we came to the first drop, I went, "Oh shit!" And my father just said, my dad just said, "Yeah, I was thinking the same thing."
Air Traveler, I'll plumb about the one.
I thought I was going to get told off, but you know, I think it was about 9, 8 or 9. I was quite young. And that was at Wicksteed Park. So if anyone knows the rug, you've only been on 2 coasters in your life. What were they? Massive, scary, small? I've been on quite a few, I must admit. I think I've been on. Not the biggest fan of going on rides. No, the older I get, the more reluctant I am to go on them. My boys dragged me on an inverted coaster not long ago. Kamali at Flamingo Land. No, not the super scary ones. See, I don't think... I thought going upside down and doing loops would be a really weird, crazy sensation. And then I went on Millennium Coaster. Yeah, Millennium Coaster. At Fantasy Island. Up the road from me in Ingermells. And I actually really enjoyed the loops. Loops I don't find a problem, because the G-force is constantly changing through a loop. It's not a constant sensation. So inversions don't bother me. What bothers me is the prolonged G-force in one particular direction. Or the bottom of drops. Because Kamali at Flamingo Land, which is an inverted coaster, that's the most G-force I think I've ever experienced in one go. I can't remember how much it is. It's about... I can't remember exactly. I think it's 4 Gs or something, which is 4 times your usual gravitational pull, and that forced the air out of my lungs basically. And I was sat next to my son, and we got halfway up the lift hill, and I was like, and I said to him, "I don't think I want to be on here." He said, "It's a bit late now, Dad. You know, we're halfway up the lift hill. I don't want to be on here. Can I get off?" I'm like, yeah, we're still on the lift hill. I could walk all the way back down. Right, we want car 1. Car 3. See, I want this to fit in with my Viking type lore. I don't know how I could explain a photograph. I mean, how would you explain a photograph to an ancient Nord? Yeah, it's just like you wouldn't. Although I just said ancient Nord and thought of a certain game that mentions Nords quite a bit. Okay, game's frozen. Great. Thank you. Yeah, I could have, I suppose I could have one more on the other side. Another pickpocket has been ejected. The Thieves Guild is not succeeding. Yeah, Frontier famously made Roller Coaster Tycoon series, and one of them had ride cameras, and every time it took a ride camera picture it used to save it to your hard drive in a folder, so if you played the game for long enough it would just fill up your hard drive with these pictures of your rides. It was quite frustrating from what I hear. That's what I went on, was the fair, came here, and yeah, bad experience. Fair enough. I am trying to think what the last ride I went on was. Yeah, it would have been at Flamingo Land. I think, no, we went to Drayton Manor recently. But I didn't go on many rides because I was mainly messing about with my grandson. Just playing with him and things. I did go on some rides. I went on a kid ride with him, which was quite nice and pleasant. There's one where you could control the spins, and he was getting me to spin it even more and more. I was like, no, we need to slow it down a bit. You know, let's not spin too much, because I don't like constant spinning. Like waltzers, no, not my sort of thing. Whereas a roller coaster is not so bad, because as I say, it's not a prolonged sensation. Flat rides tend to be one sensation all the time. I can handle waltzers. I quite enjoy a waltzer. Although when my boys were on it with me up the road, they just kept bashing into me. So that's an experience I wouldn't want to repeat in a hurry. But yeah, I think the worst coaster I've ever been on is Kamali, which is crazy because I have Odyssey, which is the largest inverted coaster in I think it's in Europe. It may even be in the world. I can't quite remember. It is massive, Odyssey. The ride wasn't bad, but when I got off I noticed someone got sick on. And I was done for the day after seeing that. Oh, right. Somebody else was ill on the ride, were they? Yeah, that's not fun. What? Sorry, what? I just saw those guests walk through the... I can't remember what else I went at Flamingo Land. No, not Flamingo Land, Drayton Manor when we went. Did I go on any roller coasters there? I don't think I went on any roller coasters there. I didn't even go on the rapids, which was annoying. I must have gone on something else with the kids. I can't remember. Mostly kiddie rides with Arlo. That's what my grandson. That's what I went on. Yeah, because I played this, there was like, we designed these amazing roller coasters. You should be going on them all the time, Dad. Dad, go on this roller coaster. And I'm like, just because I'm making roller coasters doesn't mean I want to, you know, want to experience myself to 4.6 Gs or whatever it is that Kamani gets up to. Flamingo Land does have a zoo bit as well though, so it's quite nice when you go there. Oh, Velocity was out of commission when we went this year, which annoyed me. Yeah, I can't remember what I went on at Drayton Manor. I can go on... I used to like going on pirate ships. However, the pirate ship at our local fair on the seafront, it feels unsafe when it gets to the highest point. Yeah, I don't think I can put that there. That's annoying, isn't it? That's alright, yeah, that works. Actually, we can make that look a bit tidier. I think the older you get, the more reluctant you are to do things like that. But I have done a skydive before, so, you know, I think that more than makes up for not going on roller coasters as I get older. People like, you did a skydive, free fall. Yeah, free fall for, can't remember how many, about 30 seconds free fall. About 10, I think 10,000 feet I jumped from. It said free fall for 45 seconds, I think. No, I won't be doing that. Yeah, it was amazing, but I was 26 at the time, so yeah, you know, it was like nothing to me at the time. I used to do cave-in, abseiling, I'd done all that sort of stuff. And I must admit, I did really enjoy the skydive. I did loads of stuff. I was over in New Zealand, I did the luge, which was like it's like a sled going down a concrete path down a mountain, with just a brake. Went on a helicopter glacier hike, went on hikes, went on dolphin watches, learned to scuba dive, did a few things while I was over in New Zealand and Australia. So yeah, it was good fun, and I'd probably do it again if I could. I'd like to go back to New Zealand because it's very, you can either have the full throttle experience, or you can have like a nice relaxing time. It's quite an amazing country in that sense. I had a chance to go on in a hot air balloon, but I didn't get on it. Oh, well, yeah, hot air balloon I wouldn't think it's that scary. Personal opinion. I'd probably do a hot air balloon even now. Because, I mean, you're in a nice little basket way up above the ground, and it's probably quite an experience. It's probably as close to flying as you can get. Or almost as close as flying, but because I think a parachute jump is the closest you can get to, or people that do, what is it, parascending, I think paragliding, anything like that, you know, or hang gliding, where you're very little between you and the world around you, and you're just sort of controlling your descent. Yeah, you do. The people that use those squirrel suits, those jump suits, and that. Shut up for a minute, please, Planet Coaster. Yeah, people that use all that sort of stuff. That's the closest experience you can get to flying, I would think. Yeah, I wouldn't use one of those gliding suits, jumpsuit things. You could never convince me to do that. Even if I was younger, I don't think I'd ever have done that. I was going to stick that on the end, but it would look. I think it just looks silly if it's just sticking out. Yeah, it would look silly. However, I say that. Let's stick that on the end. And then, yeah, I can't regret not going it, but also glad in a way. Well, when I did my skydive, it was a tandem jump, so obviously I wasn't the one controlling the parachute and all that, because it's the first time I'd ever jumped. You know, went up in a perfectly good aeroplane and then jumped out of it. I blame Keanu Reeves for actually doing a skydive, because he did it with Patrick Swayze in Point Break, so it convinced me that I could probably do it. So it's Keanu Reeves' fault. But yeah, I was very nervous, I'll be honest, and the guy that jumped with me was ex-military paratrooper, so he'd done hundreds of jumps. He was fully well trained, and he was a Maori, so he dwarfed me. His hand dwarfed my hand. Like, I thought, I'm gonna be okay. And then he opens the chute, and he's like, as we're coming in, he's like, just relax now. I'm like, I am relaxed. The chute opened. You know, that was my. If the chute didn't open, then you just seem panic. But yeah, skydiving is a heck of an experience. Once the chute opens, it's lovely, because you're just like free for, you know, you're just sort of floating, and when you do turns, you do get a little bit of a sensation. You feel G-force when it turns, but from the free fall, you're so full of adrenaline that you don't even notice the turns, because it's insane free fall. It's just absolutely nuts. I was saying to people because we all went back and had a drink at the hostel I was staying at afterwards, and I was talking to all the people that jumped, because it was like a tour, and everyone on the bus jumped. I convinced everyone to jump, because the guy who was running the tour said, "Who's going to jump today?" And I jumped up and I was like, "Hell yeah, we're gonna all do it." And everyone jumped except for one person on the entire tour, and it was quite incredible. And the guy who ran the tour, he got a free jump out of it. So yeah, he came up to me and said, "Thanks for that. You got me a free skydive." I'm like, well, I'm glad to be of service. But yeah, I was talking to them. I was saying, during freefall, wasn't your brain screaming, "I'm gonna die"? Because that's the natural reaction when you're in freefall, heading at terminal velocity towards the ground. And people are like, no, I was just quite relaxed. I'm like, there's no way you were relaxed during freefall. When the first time you jumped out of a plane, it's just not natural to be plummeted towards the earth. Nothing about that is natural. But I did it over a 27 million year old lake, so yeah, that would be my reaction on the plane as well. Oh, on the plane I was quite happy, but I was also nervous. But they were filming it, so I've got a video of me sat in this plane and I go, Bond, James Bond. You could see me mouthing it to the camera. And so they played the Moby remix of James Bond. That was some of the music. And Sash Ecuador. Sash, I think it is the band. Was played, and okay, yeah, that's not quite. You know, I'm going to make it slightly bigger. And I think there was another track. There was 3 tracks they put on the video. I'd like to have it put on DVD, if I'm honest. I often go on, like, I say I don't like spinning rides. There is one near me that I go on all the time, which is the Rock and Roller. It's like a roller coaster that spins, but it's like a Wild Mouse, that sort of coaster. So it's not too. The spinning isn't constant. It's quite controlled. Well, this is quite a nice little photo booth I've built. While I've been gassing about skydiving. But yeah, I mean, while you're young, I'd recommend doing stuff like that. It's good fun. At least do an abseil. We did some rock climbing and I did some caving all in 1 week. I did 2 lots of caving. I abseiled 6. I think we did a rock climb of about 30 foot, which is not that big, but sort of, it was 30 or 40 foot. It wasn't too high, the rock climb we did. And we did a 60-foot abseil in the morning, and then in the afternoon I did a 120-foot abseil off an unused viaduct, which was pretty mad, but also good fun. And I was 17 at the time when I did all that. It was part of a school trip when I was in higher education. So it was good fun. So yeah, I'd sort of recommend trying doing at least something crazy like that if it interests you. I'm not going to say force you to do it, but if you know you're on the fence about it, you don't know whether to do it or not, I'd say go for it, do it at least once. Experience these things. Okay, that's square. I want it to circular round one. Yep, that's what I want. Round thick. 4 meter. Anyway, what is the time? It is time I finish this stream, people, and got some sleep before work. But as always, I'll just finish what I'm doing here at the moment. Yeah, I kind of like that. I could blend the whole thing in, the whole yeah, I could cover that and put, or at least cover the front, because this, no, I didn't mean to do that. Get off. The whole front of it, this piece here, and the plastic, I don't really like it. Yeah. I just noticed he jumps into the That's incredibly That's really crowded behind there. Ah well. He's fine. He's not merging with it. Just when he jumps over, he merges with it, but that's neither here nor there, because most normal people would walk in and out of the... But you would have to give someone a bit more than that for working space, really, wouldn't you? Nope. Right, I am going to move you slightly forward. I could cover that front bit in wood. Where did he disappear off to? Oh, he's heading here, is he? He was here a minute ago. Where did he teleport off to? But yeah, I just noticed that back bit was a bit harsh. Missed opportunities there, look. Can I locate William Vasquez, please? There is a way I could probably locate William Vasquez. I can go in here. Vendors. You're here. Go. Look at all these people getting off. All these missed sales. Look. All these people with... They would all buy ride photos. I'm disappointed. See, that annoys me as well when it jumps to the edge, because it would be good if you could just control it. You know, if you had that advanced move. In fact, I swear we had advanced move on benches in the first... we might not have done. I kind of think we had advanced move on benches. And I'll put some clutter in there as well, like boxes and things, just so it feels a bit more Viking-y. I know I said I was ending the stream a minute ago and then proceeded not to end the stream. I did a massive yawn, so that's kind of telling me I should end the stream, really, isn't it? Hang on. I was going to say.
Ook het belangrijk. Vlamet in prego, brosso savor.
My eyes need a rest. Yeah, same. I'm going to be calling it down. Just put this sign in. I don't know whether I want my Vikings on this sign to be in red or... yeah, more grey. Is that their eyes? Why do they look like they're... like trancing? Like they're zoned out. Yeah, it looks quite good. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot better. I've never used this sign before because I never sort of saw a purpose or an opportunity to use it. I was going to have it hanging down like that, but if I have it like that, yeah, people are going to hit their heads on it, so... I'm going to go above. And we're going to go font Norse. I don't think I want it. Don't know if it's a bit dark or light or... I suppose that works. Just need to make it slightly smaller. Yeah. or just sort of how I can make that slightly better. That's good, isn't it? No. I did not want to reset the default. Just give it a drop shadow. And Time Rift is of course reference to Skyrim. Had to have a, if I'm building a Norse park, a Viking park, I had to definitely have a reference to Skyrim, an Easter egg. Be criminal not to. There we go. We shall continue building more tomorrow. I don't know whether to have that green or not, or whether to change the floor. Yeah, let's change that floor. Let's change it to yeah, that's better. Right. Thanks for watching, everyone. I will catch you tomorrow night. I need to definitely play some Oblivion and other things, but at the moment this is going quite well and I'm kind of enjoying Planet Coaster 2, so I might come back with Planet Coaster 2 tomorrow night. And if not, it'll be Oblivion or Fortnite, because they're the three at the moment that I'm playing and putting on the channel. But thanks for watching, thanks for your support, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye bye. Oh, escaped. You, what do I pay you for? Yeah, the pickpocket has been caught, but that one hasn't. Where's that pickpocket been caught? That pickpocket. A pickpocket has been caught, but yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow night. Good night.